Look at the beautiful day we have today. It's a gorgeous Sunday. Look who's in the house. It's Stirring the Pot, Kincaid, the Fan Roundtable. I love these episodes so much. Look at who we've got in the house. We have the Juice is Loose. We have the big woo. We've got friend Erick. We've got Mike Drinkwater. Love that last name, by the way. And we've got that beautiful smile of one Donovan. There's rules and regulations that came from the higher ups. Donovan is to stay a tad more dressed than the last episode. What a party that was. Woo!
Yeah.
I want to thank all you guys for coming in. We're going to have Andrew, our friend Andrew, is going to come in and join us a little bit later. And not only that, at 2:15, don't let me forget, because we get carried away on the show, I've got a surprise guest that you guys are going to absolutely love. This one, he's not going to piss on us this time. He's going to actually love. He might piss on me, though, but not the rest of you. We're going to have some fun today. We're outside. The Woo Crew's outside.
That's it, baby.
This is going to be a beautiful episode. I cannot wait to get into this. I had a fire last night. The coals were still hot, so I threw some fire on the wood, or some wood on the fire, and I did a little. Whoa! Yeah, I shouldn't have did that so fast. I did a little action, and we've got a nice little fire kicking on the bottom, so that's going to be running through the whole afternoon and into the night. And I'm gonna maybe take a little video. Big Jacob P loves himself a fire, and I don't know if you guys know this. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you have a fire, you take a little bit of wire, you just add it as a little, like a salt and pepper, if you will. And you get these beautiful flames that come from the fire, reds, blues, purples, reds that you would never see in a fire. You just add a little bit of, I tell you, just a little tiny bit of wire, and you get amazing colors. You guys got to try it. It's really fun.
Don, it sounds like you have too much time on your hands.
Look at the day. Look at the day. Of course I've got time on my hands. I'm not doing 132 episodes a week, you know? So, I think Andrew said he's ready. So I'm going to do this. Oh, sugar, hold on. Since we're going to have Big Juicy as a fan instead of like a surprise guest, Big Juicy, why don't you start us right off with that amazing shirt you're wearing? Tell us where you got it. Where can we find some cool merch like that?
Oh, this?
Yeah, that.
Oh, this. Oh, this Bam Bam Bigelow masterpiece.
Oh, old school. I love it.
Oh, yes. So, Jim, if you saw my China shirt I was wearing yesterday on the juice bar, there's this lovely little website I came across called 500level.com. It's a generalized sporting website, but however, they have a large selection of wrestling t-shirts, a lot of old school shirts. So if you guys are looking for some, I purchased Bam Bam. I have a Steamboat shirt that Cody Lee's wearing right now that I haven't even gotten to wear yet. I got the China shirt, but I also found Harley.
Oh my God, that's old school right
yeah,
there.
I love that one.
If you guys are looking for some quality shirts and a quality old school selection, check out the website. They're only like $20 a pop.
Gotta love that.
Not bad.
Not that price.
That's almost
that round. Yeah, that round number of $20 is like in all of our price range. I can't wait to go check out 500 Level. Is that what it is? 500level.com?
Yes, 500level.com.
I can't wait. Donovan, if you were to go type up 500level.com, what would your go to? What would you be looking for some merch?
I don't know, because I haven't seen the site yet.
Oh,
so.
Well, hey. Yeah, but if there's some wrestling related.
List here. I can give you a little insight as to who they have on the website.
Oh,
okay.
Go ahead.
I gotta find my notebook. Hang on.
Hey, you know what? Hey guys, you know what? I've got the Future's nickname. The shirtless sensation. Yeah, baby.
The shirtless wonder of the world.
Hey,
the shirtless sensation.
We're changing that. We're changing that in the group chat.
Yeah, I'm game.
I mean, my friends, there is Razor Ramon, Rick Rude, Ted DiBiase, Eddie Guerrero, like Gene Oakland merch, like the list
Whoa.
I wrote is endless.
Wow, that is endless.
I
Wow.
really did take inventory of everything missing from my collection.
Nice.
Hey, that sounds like a fantastic place to go check out some merch. Do yourself a favor, fans. Go look them up because I never heard of them. Thanks to Big Juicy, she's letting us in on a little something that we never even knew. But I go there, check out the merch. I've got some local merch coming my way. I've got some Bam Bam, some Chocolate Thunder, if you will, Karen Bam Bam, and I've got some HOP, the House of Pain. We like to call them the House of Pancakes. The House of Pancakes. Shh, that's a secret. But I got some of that merch coming in, and get out there right now, fans, because it's a bad time right now for the men and women. The ones that are really doing this for a living, 100% of their pay. And right now, with all of this shit going down, if that's their living, their livelihood, spend $20, spend $40. I got 2 shirts. I know we don't have a lot of money coming in, but the Donald gave us some stimulants, some stimulants, if you will. But get on, go buy some shirts, support them. Go buy stickers, keychains, a juice cup, if you will. You got to get a juice cup.
Oh.
So get on there, spend a little cash, send some love because they need it right now. With that said, let's get into some fan stuff because Donovan, I want to get into the regulations. What the hell is going on? Why are we restricted on the show right now? What's going on?
My mom and my dad just want me to be respectful.
Okay.
And, some personal stuff, and they just want me to be truthful. So.
All right. Now, I'm just asking because, last week you were a madman, crazy loon, if you will. And we had a lot of fun, but I can respect the mom and dad wishes. And just looking at those smiley faces from last week, holy cow. But man, we had a great time, but I can respect those wishes. So, I won't be, doing that whole bit anymore. Let's bring that down a level. But I'm so glad you're here because we love having Donovan on the show. So what have you been doing? What's going on lately? Have you been watching any wrestling? Trying to get any interviews? What's going on with Donovan the last week since we haven't talked to you?
Yes, I have been trying to do interviews. I tried to do and my recording equipment, I didn't press the right button. So the whole time I thought I was recording, turns out I wasn't.
Hey, I'm laughing, but that's happened to me, please. I mean, don't sweat it, really.
Wrestling wise, I've been watching a lot of interviews online from a thing called Ropes. So there's a lot of past and present wrestlers that just do interviews. They tell stories and they're really cool. And I also built a little home gym, as I call it.
Pa Jose button. Hit that Pa Jose. A couple things. Repeat the place that for the interviews. I didn't quite get that.
Inside the Ropes on YouTube.
Okay.
They do a lot of past and present wrestlers.
Okay. Second thing, workout home gym. What's going on with Mr. Donovan? Give us some of that. What's going on?
Donovan is just trying to get strong, and he wants to get swole. He wants a six-pack is what he wants.
He wants to get swole. Yeah.
As soon as the six-pack comes in, then he can take his shirt off today.
Oh.
There's so much flabbing going around when the shirt is off, so.
Hey, if I ever took my shirt off, Mom and Dad would tell me to put mine back on too. So believe me, it's this or that. It's a balance of scales, but it doesn't matter. We don't talk down. We don't body shame. I body shame myself every single day, believe me, because I'm built like a candle. Or what I like to do, because check this out. Now, check this out. A new thing has come about. If I were to be a wrestler, my name would be Rusty Toothpick. Rusty Toothpick. Oh God, I get a kick out of that. I find that so very comical. Mr. Drinkwater, you shared some very vital footage. Not the footage we were looking for when you got kicked in the mush. You gotta find that. But Mr. Drinkwater, you shared some footage of your refereeing, and it was fantastic. Talk us through that match again, because for the ones that didn't know or we didn't hear the story, talk us through that match. You were a referee at where, who was in it, and all of that good stuff.
Well, seeing as it was about, I think it was about maybe 7-8 years ago, and I remember seeing it was Evil Nick was part of the tag team match, and I don't remember the 3 other guys' names, but all I know is during that match, the guy, I don't know if you guys saw it, pushed me into the corner, and I was clueless. I didn't know, like, okay, like, why are you pushing me in the corner? You never told me you were going to do that. And I'm like, and this was my first match ever that I refereed. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, I was clueless. So I was like, whatever. So I went along with it and did my thing. And during the match, I was like, I was nervous. I was very nervous. And I made the one mistake. I don't know if you saw it, where I went for the 3 count, and I did the 3 count, and I wasn't supposed to. And I said, no, just blow it off. And after the match, I went in the back. I got into a verbal argument, if you want to say, with former WWE wrestler Manu. And he pushed me against the wall. And he told me, don't you ever fuck up like that again, or I'll make sure something happens to you. I'm like, what? I said to him, it was my first match, and I didn't realize what I was doing. And it was an honest mistake that I did the 3 count. And Joey Eastman, which some of you guys probably know, he came up to me and he said to Manu, he says, dude, leave the kid alone. It was his first match. It was a honest mistake. Leave him alone. You know, you got to learn from your, wrongs. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I knew what I did wrong, and I learned from it, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. So it was kind of neat that, I had that experience too with Manu and stuff, but it was a good learning experience. So I had fun in the ring refereeing and everything. So it was fun.
So Manu didn't super kick you in the face?
No,
that would have been amazing.
I would agree. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Now, friend Eric, I want to get to you because I was kind of kidnapped and chloroformed yesterday. I don't know if you've seen the footage, and then it became an interview, if you will, from one Yusuf, the assault force, Yusuf 13. I was just curious. Did you see any of that footage? Did you see the interview at all? If you did, what did you kind of think of it? Because it's kind of foggy.
I haven't watched it yet, Don. Unfortunately, I've been kind of busy the past couple of days, but I am going to watch it probably after this roundtable.
Okay.
I wanted to watch it this morning, but I didn't have time. I'm highly interested in what happened to you. I'm always concerned of your safety.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Because I think I might have to look back at the footage too. Very foggy after that. It's like chloroform twice. I'm a very skinny guy. Like I said, built like a candle. I can't take much of that drugging stuff,
Well, other than self-drugging.
Hey, the devil's lettuce is that's a different story. That's a different story for a different time and a different place. So you're out here, Jim Kulik, Mr. Is your dog okay?
Yeah, every time if another person or any kind of object flies by, anybody comes by, they're just talking. They're on the round table this week, baby. That's how it is.
Mr. Kulik, I don't know if you've heard, but Frosty is going to be a toast. There's going to be a matchup at the DK Wasteland May 9th. We're not shutting the Battlefront ship down just yet. May 9th. We are continuing that hardcore soiree, the storyline, if you will. Rebecca Payne, Dirtbag Dan, is going against Frosty, one of your guys. You love you some Frosty. He's going against Ryan Frost in a triple threat for Frost's Hardcore Championship out of Battlefront Pro Wrestling. What do you got to say about all of that?
To be honest with you there, Kincaid Files for Life, the way it's looking to me, Frosty's retaining that title. Frosty's retaining the title, baby. I'm going heel this week. I gotta love Frosty. Frosty's the man.
Okay, I love me some Frosty, but we're talking Rebecca Payne and Dirtbag Dan. I've seen Dirtbag Dan go against Len Oddity in a no rope barbed wire match. That was in itself. But then I also saw Dirtbag Dan go against Rebecca Payne, and again a hardcore match that went out into the streets. We stopped traffic. Referee Ryan Frost actually said these words, and this is no shit. We're outside in between buildings, right? And he says to the both of the competitors, "Do either of you quit?" And looks at the crowd and says, "Please." He's not ready for these two. I'm telling you, sir.
I'm gonna have to give him a pep talk. I'm telling you, if he has a little, if he has Woo Crew energy behind him, baby, Frosty's. I'm telling you, he's defending that title.
All right.
Hey, I have to point out one thing. You are hatless, my friend. This is the first time I've seen you with the locks. Like, oh, look at that.
They're blowing in the wind. There's so much.
I lost an earpiece with my locks.
Oh my goodness! Now you realize that friend Eric and I can't do that, right, Eric?
We're limited in certain things.
That's all right, baby. We make up for it in heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's right, baby. That's what it's all about.
More heart.
That's right. We got the facial hair going, baby. That's what it's all about. I don't know about Mikey and Donovan though, man. I don't think they have 4 chin hairs together. That's okay.
Hey, thank you for pointing that out. I do got some vacant land on the top, but around the edges, I got some stuff around the edges,
Are you follically challenged, my friend?
I am. It's due to my gramps, which if you've seen my pop,
Yeah.
that's my future, my friend. That's my future. But anywho, Big Juicy, we have you in as a fan instead of a surprise. Oh, it's 2:16. Nobody reminded me. Big Juicy, we have you as a fan today, and I love Big Juicy, and you joining us as a fan today means a lot because we have so much fun with you. I want you to just give a little something about the Juice Bar because I'm going to go get our surprise guest. Talk about the Juice Bar.
So the Juice Bar, it's typically been on Saturdays at 3 o'clock on Facebook Live. And I just go live on Facebook and ramble about anything anyone wants to talk about because I hate sitting at my house and not
Hold
doing
on.
anything.
My dog's tied up here. Hold on, buddy. You're all right.
Take care of the dog.
He got put in the figure 4.
The Juice Bar will be no.
Back up, baby.
So-
Hold on.
So, we have a surprise guest, do we?
Okay.
Let's see who it is. I see an icon.
I don't see an icon.
I don't see a beautiful face to that icon.
It's Jim fixing his dog.
There we go, buddy.
Helping his
It's
dog.
going to be Snoopy.
Oh, now Bobo's all tied up. Come on, buddy.
My Lord.
Come on, guys. Really?
We've got Jim Kulik in a figure 4. We've got Big Juicy talking Juice Bar. We've got Donovan with that beautiful smile. Our surprise guest, I don't hear or see him.
I'm here.
Oh, I hear him. I don't see your beautiful face, though.
Press the camera.
Also, we're doing work on the wasteland. There's stuff going on right now. There's a tractor. Yeah, there's a tractor rolling around doing some work, if you will. There he is.
Bill!
What?
What's up, guys?
That's wrong.
I'm the only one that's still not seeing a picture.
I do. I see a
I do
picture.
too.
We got a ref Bill, and he's
Oh,
Ref Bill.
What's
I
up?
love it.
What's up, guys?
Well,
There he is. Man, he's
What's up? What's up?
He's
What's up, Juicy?
Hey, bud.
Man, Ref
I love
Bill's
her.
munching, and he's got the referee shirt, and I love it.
Isn't that amazing? I love when the zebras wear the zebra stripes. That's so amazing. First off, welcome to our little soiree of the fan roundtable. We love having surprise guests, and I never tell the fans who it is. So I'm so glad you could join us, Ref Bill. We have Big Juicy in the house. We have Kulik. We have friend Erick. We have Donovan. We have Mike Drinkwater. I don't know if everybody knows each other, but everybody, Ref Bill, everybody, welcome, man.
Hi, Ref Bill.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. For full disclosure, they've told me that this is Mark Haggerty's show, so that's why I really came on.
Sorry.
Boy, you got screwed.
Boy, wherever you got your information, you got duped.
I've been had.
Oh, this is amazing. Now, Ref Bill, thank you for joining us again. But now you are wearing the zebra stripes. For you that don't know out there, the fans, I hope it's just not my dad and his dog Jake that are just watching these little episodes that I do. If it is, I apologize because I'm a shithead like that. But Ref Bill, you come in and you are one of the fine zebras in our local scene and in the industry, because I can't just say in our local scene, because man, you kind of do some travel. You do the drives with the boys. What makes a referee want to do as much driving as you do? Because it's not easy peasy squeezy out there.
No, I think I've been fairly lucky because in my, and I'm using shoot job, is a term we use, but I was a regional manager for 4 major retailers over the last 20 years. So I'm used to driving a lot. So when we get in the car and someone says, who wants to drive? Usually I'll do it because I just enjoy doing it. You get to travel with good people. Sometimes you travel with people who are just kind of quiet, but majority of the time it's a good time. And I don't mind driving. Makes it easier for me. We're in and out and get home at a decent time, and that's it.
You know, that's a big part of the drives is being safe, because driving to a show is one thing. All of that adrenaline, all of that excitement, getting into the show, doing the show, again, the excitement, the adrenaline, even watching your brothers and sisters work in the ring. And then all of a sudden you get into that car and it kind of just starts. And now you got to make that big drive home. So driving safe, that's one of the biggest parts of wrestling, is getting home safely. And we always do that texting thing between the wrestling fam, if you will. Made it home safe and all of that good stuff. I like to send out the message, So I appreciate that, somebody responsible, because I could never see Mr. Nick Payne or Hakim Ali driving all the time. That'd be a very dangerous situation, if you will.
Well, if you talk to them, you would actually probably get a different story that not exactly safe with me in the car. So I've been told, that, or there are stories out there where sometimes I don't always obey all the traffic laws in trying to get into a venue. So I'm basically like, we need to get there, and however we get there, we get there. So, but it's nice when you have like 3 or 4 big burly wrestlers in the car. People generally don't tend to screw with you. So
very true fact. Big Juicy, do you find getting to the shows is like it's an adrenaline thing, and you're just trying to get there on time and all of this whole stuff, or do you really get there wicked early and just be comfortable?
I like to not have to rush, so I like to get there early, but even on the drive there, even if I'm early, I'm going through my head, okay, did I grab my boots? Did I grab my knee pads? Did I grab my tights? Do I have all my makeup? Do I have my backup hair stuff if my hair falls flat? Do I have my gear? Oh my God, what if I don't have my gear? Like, what am I going to do? So, like, triple, quadruple check your bag always.
Yeah. Always. I concur there.
I make
you sometimes.
What's that?
You forget your makeup sometimes too?
Yeah, that and my hairspray.
Oh.
Hairspray? That thing is flipping and flopping all over the place, man. You're doing this about 80 times. What do you mean hairspray?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just happy to have hair at this age, so not like you, Kincaid.
I know, and I hate you for it. I really do, sir, because you've got way more hair than I do. That's for damn sure. Now,
yeah.
Donovan, Are you familiar with Ref Bill at all?
No.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Do yourself a favor. Now, me and Donovan, we've become friends. Do yourself a favor. Whenever you see Ref Bill, and I'm sure you will, you'll run into him at a show sooner than later. Do yourself a favor. Wear shin guards. Kick pads, if you will, because he likes to kick people in the shins and hit them with kendo sticks and steel chairs and stuff like that. So, friend to friend, watch your stuff, okay?
He sounds very dangerous.
He is very dangerous.
I'm not.
He is.
I can handle
I don't know what I'm not really sure what Don's talking about. As he gets older and frailer because he's smoking, sometimes if you're up, watch your camera and you're taking pictures, and sometimes people get in the way, and accidents happen.
See this, Donovan? La 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 la. That's all I ever get from this guy. La 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 la. Now,
You
Mr.
guys-
Drinkwater. Oh, go ahead.
Don Kincaid and Ref Zebra. Sorry, got your name.
Ref Bill. Ref Zebra. Ref Bill.
You kind of look like brothers a little bit.
What?
A little bit. To me, you look like
I
brothers.
can see it. I agree.
Oh, Drinkwater, you do? Really?
I can see a little resemblance. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
I did not-
at least Don, you've been upgraded from Don Kincaid to slightly better looking Ref Bill.
Don Thompson? Is that? I'm gonna go by Don Thompson now.
Hey, listen, not for nothing. I can't see the picture. Who said we look the same? I can't see a face out there.
Me.
Donovan.
Donovan? All right.
The future, baby, the future.
Yeah,
I thought shirtless or something. The new name.
Oh no!
The
You
shirtless
know something?
sensation.
Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't realize that mom and dad put the kibosh on some stuff, so we're gonna wait on that.
Okay.
And I apologize. I didn't realize that, but it is a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Ref Bill's in the house. I love it.
Yes. Kulik, you some Ref Bill. Why don't you give us some Ref Bill?
To be honest with you, I haven't been to that many shows Ref Bill has done, but the shows that I've been to, I'm always getting on his case. Slow count, Ref. Do your job,
Yes.
Ref.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
not one ref that Jim Kulik has not gotten on. Let's
Yeah.
put that out there right
Well,
now.
let me ask Ref Bill a question real quick. Ref Bill, the question I have for you is, the Woo Crew has been at many shows all over New England. The shows that we have been at that you've been reffing, do we get underneath your skin? And it's not intentional. It's just to get you amped up.
What do you guys call yourself?
We're the Woo Crew, baby.
I'm sorry, I never heard of you.
Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, man. You better do yourself. How could you not hear of us?
Oh.
It's the same thing. I don't pay attention to Kincaid either, so
Oh, my gosh. No, honestly,
Yeah.
our job is to get on your case, but we do it in a way that's just getting you amped up. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. I tell Kincaid the same thing because Don and I've chatted a few times, and I think Juicy will attest to this too. She probably hears it more than I do in regards to the fans and yelling. But when you're in the ring and you're kind of caught up with people slapping each other around and a lot of stuff going on, I will hear the slow count ref or that's a bad count ref. I hear those, but they don't really bother us anymore, or they don't bother me. It's because you're always, if you have 400 or 500 people, somebody's not going to be happy. So you just kind of move on, and sometimes every once in a while your turn, and you'll give somebody a look just so you know that you acknowledge them out there. It's like, all right, don't worry, we're fine, we're doing well, don't worry about it. So it's. And we figure anyway. Most of you people are so drunk you don't know what you're saying anyway. So.
Now, what I like to do when Ref Bill gets in, because all the referees like to check the turnbuckles. but specifically when Ref Bill gets in the ring and he starts checking the turnbuckles, we like to give him a, yeah, Ref Bill, slap that turnbuckle, slap that turnbuckle.
Yeah, I do hear that one every once in a while.
So spicy.
Now, Drinkwater, we were just talking. Drinkwater was telling a story about when he ref. It was his very first match, and he got jacked up by Manu. Drinkwater, do you know Ref Bill at all?
I have seen him, and I do know of him. He does appear once in a while on my Lotto and Chat talk show.
Yeah, would you win a few dollars once in a while on that damn Lotto Chat? I'm tired of looking at it, and you're coming up with zeros. I'm like, could you pick a winning ticket every once in a while?
I won $147 like a couple days ago.
Yeah, but you lost like $6,000 so far.
Man,
No, I think I'm
harsh.
I'm only down like $80.
Oh,
Damn, $80 to buy you like 4 wrestling shirts.
that's it. And Juicy, any idea whose wrestling shirts he might want to buy?
A big juicy one.
There you go.
Oh,
You actually give somebody money for a shirt and you get a shirt in return. That's a better value than the lottery thing.
Wow, man, this guy's definitely a heel ref.
He's a
heel ref.
DW,
I think you and I are gonna have to take care of some business the next time we see this guy at a show, man. Let me tell you something. I don't know. He doesn't know the Woo Crew, and he's giving Mikey grief.
Listen, I don't know anything about the Boo Crew, so
Okay, there, Zebra. We'll get you. That's all right.
Your time's coming. Your time's coming.
I prefaced this whole thing before I added Ref Bill. I said I got a surprise guest in. You guys are gonna love him. He's not going to piss on you guys, but he's going to piss on me. And it's a piss fest from Ref Bill. He's sprinkling it all over on everybody. Wow. I did not see this coming.
You got the guy. You got the guy that doesn't win on lottery. You got the Boo Crew. You got the guy. I don't even know who the other guy is. I've never seen him before. So.
It's Donovan.
What's his name? Drake?
Charging here. Take her.
No, it's Donovan.
Jimmy.
And then we've got friend Erick, because I haven't got to friend Erick about Ref Bill. Friend Erick, are you familiar with Ref Bill at all?
Oh, only through you. I haven't gotten to see him live, but the things that I have seen, he's a decent ref. I'll give him that much. I really will. I just wish I could see him more. I just got to get to the shows that he refs.
A decent ref? Did you just say a decent ref while describing Ref Bill?
I did.
Oh.
Oh.
It's all right. I got big shoulders.
He's in a jump. I knew.
He was very informative with the three ref live chat he did with Ref Gina in a couple of weeks ago. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
That I enjoyed that whole live session. That was really good.
See, he has a problem counting 2 and 3. I see that. Okay. That's all right.
Yeah. I think I'm doing I just put on Facebook Live. I think I'm going to do I didn't do it for about 2 weeks because I got too busy, but I was doing we're called Zebra Sessions. So I'll be doing that tonight. I think at 8:00 if memory serves. So it's just on Facebook, and I throw myself on there and people could ask questions. It's wrestling, whatever you want to talk about. But it's more wrestling related, and, people chime in and then they start making fun of each other. So it's just kind of making sure that everybody knows we're out there, that we're thinking of the fans and anything that could be coming up.
That's exactly what happens, you guys. I jump on these Zebra Sessions with Ref Bill, and it's actually, they start talking about some old school wrestling. It's pretty chill. And then all of a sudden you get like the likes of El Ref, because El Ref's wife, Ref Bill is her favorite ref. I don't know what the hell is up with that. But then you have, the House of Pain, they come rolling in, and a couple other people, and it just becomes a promo fest right off. And it doesn't.
It really does.
It's a lot of fun. Donovan, you should go in there, but you got to go in there early because you're not going to get any information at all. The latter part of the show is a bunch of cutting on each other. That's fun, but you get in on these zebra sessions early, and you can find out some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, we do a nice Q&A. And, it's like, we'll just throw a topic out there, whether it's AWA, the old AWA, the old Mid-South, Chicago Championship Wrestling, St. Louis Championship Wrestling, just to kind of see who we talk about. Or maybe we'll bring up, a wrestler that maybe people are not too familiar with, and I'm just using Nick Bockwinkel. I've watched a lot of Nick Bockwinkel matches lately, a lot of older Ric Flair stuff. Yeah, so it's just Harley Race matches with Dusty Rhodes, with Nick Bockwinkel, just all the different classics, stuff that I don't think people really watch a lot anymore. And I watch it for purely, looking at refereeing and just to see how it was, things were done, back 20, 30 years ago, which still really works out and parlays over very well. I mean, Juicy will tell you I've done a number of her matches. I think I might have done, the memory serves, I think I might have done her first match, and she's definitely very talented, and she's going to be amazing. And, whether she's yelling at me or thanking me, it's usually pretty nice because I truly enjoy watching her in the ring. So she's got a lot of good stuff coming up.
Do you hear all of that love right there, Donovan? I kind of bust his ass a lot and he does it back, but it's part of that whole thing behind the scenes, that love, the whole respect thing. Now, Ref Bill, I don't think you know Donovan, obviously, and he does interviews himself. What if we were to connect and get Ref Bill, a zebra, on the list, Donovan? Would you be up to maybe interviewing Zebra Ref Zebra?
I can add him to the list.
Yeah.
He's on the list.
Add him to the list.
Put him all the way to the bottom, please.
I mean, well, because he seems like a really nice guy. He hasn't been mean to me yet on this show.
Not yet.
He's like,
Give it time.
Give me a few minutes if I can see your picture. If Don Kincaid's running this Mickey Mouse show here, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still waiting for Mark Haggerty.
You better keep waiting.
God.
I have a question for Ref Bill, if I could, though.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
You just kind of touched on it, and it made me think here. We hear about wrestlers looking back at the past and trying to grab from old wrestlers and things like that. Do refs really do like that? Like maybe a cadence type of thing or something like that? Do you pull from the past, or do you just work on your own style?
I think it's a little bit of both. And I'm really, and all kidding aside, Don and I, go back and forth, and I give you guys a hard time because it's fun. And I don't get to yell back at you during the shows, but I'm really about the more traditional things that I see out there. I was trained by Mario Mancini, Paul Roma, Paul Perez, Big Steve Tracy out of PAPW, which everybody knows. But I go back and I look at the older referees and look at the classic style, the way they did things and the way they conducted themselves in the ring. And I try to do that also. Because my job is really to make the match that I'm involved with is to make that match. If it's a good match, make it a great match. If it's an amazing match, to make it a brilliant match. My job is to enhance everything in that ring. So also not to take away from, what's going on in there. There are a few things that I do very minutely at the beginning of the ring with ring the bell. I'm fairly vocal, but after that, I kind of just let the wrestlers do what they have to do, be there when they need me to be there, and stay out of their way when they're they don't need me around. So I look at the old school referees, and it's little things that I see, and I'm like, oh, why don't we do that anymore? Or why wouldn't we do this anymore? And I say we as a wrestling group. And I'm like, well, let me try that during a show, or let me try that during, some practice matches that we get involved with. And I'll see how it works out. I'm like, oh, actually, this works out pretty well. Things that I watch a lot of Tommy Young. I watch a lot of the old Mid-South. You guys might remember Bill Alfonso from ECW.
Yep.
He was a referee. Dick
was great.
Worley. Just any of the guys from WCW. I watch the WWE guys. I've seen so much stuff back and forth through the years because I watched a lot of that. But the old Georgia Championship Wrestling with Scrappy McGowan, if I pronounced that correctly, just really getting a better idea of what I did. And I'm trying to sell that as much as I can. And I'm still a fan. So, you guys see it in the ring is I'll be in there doing something and all of a sudden I'll just be like, holy shit. And I'm like, that was amazing. And if I'm thinking, holy crap, in my head, I'm like, these guys out there, and you'll hear, it's almost like I kind of look at it as I'm a split second ahead of what's going on, what the fans are looking at. I see it, I'm like, holy shit. And then I hear, and I'm like, and they asked, they're like, how did this translate? How did this translate over? I'm like, the crowd went nuts on it, or they popped, or they hate your guts, and they're like, cool, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Now, Drinkwater, we were talking about your referee experience. The way Ref Bill is speaking right now, are you getting any kind of insight for, because you were talking, you might be interested in getting back in the game a little bit, if you will.
Yeah, I was listening on and taking my mental notes and everything. So,
You're
but
mental,
yeah,
all right.
I definitely am thinking about going back in refereeing and stuff. So what he said, I'll take that.
Watch video, and work on your cardio. I can tell you that. I work on my cardio every day for at least an hour. Sometimes I do more. Once I get off this call, I'm jumping on my mountain bike. I'll be out there for about an hour or so. Work on your flexibility. Also find a place that trains referees. It's again, and I defer to Don with a lot of stuff. Couture, you've seen enough of us out there. It's there's a very close knit group of folks that work in this Massachusetts, Connecticut, borderline New York, Rhode Island kind of thing. So find a place that you could work with your craft because it is a craft. And the one thing that I always say is that, and I've heard from Jake the Snake Roberts say this to, Chris Jericho to Paul Roma, that the referee is one of the most important people in that ring. And you have to realize that.
Yeah, absolutely. Donovan, do you have any questions for Ref Bill? Because I know you're an interviewer, and I know you might connect later because he's on the bottom of the list. But do you have any questions for Ref Bill that might interest you?
No, I haven't. I'll come up with them when he gets to the interview.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a surprise. I like to surprise people.
Oh, okay. Hey, I can accept that and like that, because like if I were to ask my nephew Jacob, he would say something like, "Do you own a laptop?" That would be his go-to question, So I give you that.
And I do. For full disclosure, I do own a laptop.
Now, Big Juicy, you've worked with Ref Bill in the ring and vice versa. Are you comfortable with any specific referees like Ref Bill, Ref Q, the Couture, wait, Charlie Case, I'm sorry. You got Charlie Case. Do you find that you're comfortable with any specific referee while you're working, or?
Every worked with, every ref that I've had thus far in my career has been fantastic. To work with. I mean, I'm gonna have to say it. You might not agree with me, but Bill's up there. He's on. He is great. Always a pleasure to work with Ref Bill. Also, not to mention one Mr. Will Dojin. Big Lovin', as the fans like to call him. He is also fantastic to work with. But I mean, any of the refs that I've worked with have been great. They've been on it. They're always ready to come to us and say, okay, like, what's going on? What do do I need to know anything? Like, you know, they're always on top of everything, and they make a match just as much as the wrestlers in the ring do.
Mr. Kulik, are you
Yes,
kicking your
sir.
dogs? Are you kicking your dogs, sir?
I'll be
Hey,
honest
Don,
with you.
Don Jr. wanted to say hello.
Oh, shit. Mr. Kulik, are you abusing your animals?
No, not at all, sir. You know what it is? There, I think I told you guys a story. We actually moved in next door. Our boxer Snoop loves the golden retriever next door. So yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
So I was actually out on the porch, and then I saw the retriever pop out. I'm like, back in the house so I can finish this interview up.
We thought maybe Michael Vick was over there or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, man.
I can hear him all the way down the street, Kulik. Come on.
Wait a minute. Drinkwater and Kulik, you live down the street from each other? Are you shitting me?
No, seriously.
Yeah, I live maybe like 45 seconds away from him by vehicle.
That's a
Oh
dangerous
my
neighborhood.
God. Walking distance to Drinkwater's house. Holy shit.
Told you when all this crap is over, we're going to be doing the interviews, man. Absolutely.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
That's
It already
right.
went, Juicy. It already went.
Wow. I feel the
now-
love.
I want to get back to Mr. Donovan because I want to ask you about the match that's going to be happening at the DK Wasteland. It's a hardcore match. Do you dig the hardcore match stuff, or do you like the traditional stuff?
I like hardcore wrestling. I like blood, thumbtacks, barbed wire.
Whoa.
Pretty much anything extreme I like.
Nice. Now, did you watch ECW at all? You know, but how did you get introduced to the hardcore stuff?
I watched a little ECW. It was more of like the PG, like in 2009, like after like all the hardcore stuff happened. I actually got into hardcore wrestling from CCW. I watched a documentary on it, and I really like their Tournament of Death that they do.
Dude, that place is off the chains, crazy, insane. And they do that freaking death tournament thing or whatever. Wow. And for you boys and girls that don't know, CZW is out of, and you're never, it's a deathmatch company. It's kind of changed a little bit. It's evolved into something different over the past few years, but they're still known for their crazy tactics over there. But I am telling you, you're never gonna, the correlation of blood, guts, and everything extreme that comes with CZW, they're based in Voorhees, New Jersey. That's right. Voorhees, New Jersey. How insane is that?
That's fitting. That's fitting.
Now, CZW, John Moxley comes out of there. He was their champion for well over a year, if I'm not mistaken. Now, when you see John Moxley, you're familiar with the CZW company, Mr. Donovan. Did you know of John Moxley before he became Dean Ambrose?
I actually did not. I didn't know many wrestlers like that came from. I didn't even know there was independent wrestling until almost like 3 years ago. So,
Okay.
I just thought it was always WWE. That's all I knew. And then I found Pioneer Valley, and then started YouTubing videos of independent wrestling, and it's really awesome.
That's very cool, man, because we're glad to see the young generation being open to wrestling, because a lot of places that the children aren't there, the younger crowd isn't there. You know what I'm saying? So it could be from teenagers down all the way to the young guys, the little young guys. Like, I bring Jacob when he was like 4 years old. So we want to open wrestling to the younger generation because, again, there's not a lot of parents that go there. They're just there for themselves and want to check out what they remember of wrestling, So I'm glad to see that. Ref Bill, do you see a lot of that in the industry where you go?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It seems like it's been such a short time. It's like I just having a conversation with a few people today, and although it's only kind of been, last show I did was in March. What are we in May? So March. It seems so much longer than it's actually been. And so there's things in my head that kind of just float in and out. And I don't know. Oh my God, did somebody fall over?
What the hell is going on over there, Jim?
It's insane out here. My tripod, it's built like a candle.
Yeah. So
Check on the dogs for me, bro. Check on the dogs for me.
There we go.
Make sure they're not mauling each other out there. Yeah. So I'm sorry with everything. What was the question again? I kind of forgot it.
I was talking about the younger generation. Do you see much of the younger generation at the shows?
Yeah, you know what? It's like, you know, I see younger, like you bring your nephew. We see Lewis and Avery. Rick Del Santo brings his son. I'm starting to see it just a little bit more because, you know, you guys go to the shows. It's like you could go to one show, you're going to see the same people there or that same core group. The thing that I will find very interesting is when the first shows come together, what the fan base looks like then. Because, and again, these are conversations I've had with promoters and, you know, other wrestlers and referees. I think we have to be prepared to look at wrestling in a different light, where you're going to have your people, you know, they're going to be there. I mean, I've seen people travel. I'm like, I can't believe I got there. And then you have someone who's a fan. It took me 3.5 hours to get here. Usually it takes me 45 minutes because they drove in a blizzard. And you're like, God bless them. You know, they came all the way here to just see us do what we do and essentially risk their life a little bit. So yeah, I do see some younger fans. I see some older fans that have come in. You know, so I just think it's going to be, there's a big change, and I think we all need to be prepared to be able to, for two reasons, to be able to look at things differently because the fan base will be different. But I think we also have to look at our fans a little bit different too, because not everybody, you guys, I'm sure there's at least, you guys could think of at least one or two people right off the top of your head where they like, I wish I could go to a show. I just can't get there. It's too much. But that they can't sit in front of their iPad. They can't sit in front of their computer and watch things there, you know? So it's like you have to look at saying, hey, listen, let's do something with live streaming. It's about viewership. It's about getting that reaction, you know? How many people follow different stuff? Like when you guys, I don't have a fan page. I have my regular Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I have all that. That's my regular stuff. And I follow kind of the same thought process as referees that I've seen doing this for years, from Kevin Quinn to Vinnie Lax, just a number of people. But I think we have to look at fans differently, and whether you get younger fans coming because they want to see more wrestling or older fans come back, we open up that whole space and say, what's going to get us the biggest viewership? And if we can't have 350 people at a show and we're only allowed to have 150, how do we connect with the rest of that viewership?
I totally agree with you there, because we like to see visual stuff, maybe graphics, maybe footage, maybe clips, maybe whole matches. We love that stuff as fans because, again, that keeps us connected like you were just describing. I have a question for Mr. Drinkwater. You live right down the road from Kulik. Can you just do a welfare check? Call animal control. I'm concerned for his pets. And then Big Juicy, the kids at Shut Up and Wrestle are amazing, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're fantastic.
Now, when they come up running to Big Juicy, you've got your little jacket on, you've got your beautiful gear on, you've got your red hair, you've got your personality going, and man, you are like this little kind of sunshine that's staying right over by her merch booth after, you know, said event or your match or whatever. And the kids love Big Juicy. Now, Dajay Simone, your your nemesis, if you will. She used to love the children. I don't know what's going on there. That topsy turvy thing. You kind of went from the dark side to the fun side, if you will. Now, being on that baby face side with the kids and all the adulation, do you find it that it's more uplifting coming through the curtain, or it didn't kind of matter? Because I know you're very new in the game.
Oh no, I mean, I love when the kids come up to me and they're sitting there and they're like, oh, high fives, and they're like swatting away. I kind of got duck dodge. Some of them don't aim too well, but you get a lot of flying fingers at you. But no, the kids are fantastic, and whether it's a child, an adult, someone's mom, whoever it is, like if you're chanting and you're cheering, then I'm here for it, man.
Mr. My friend Erick, because I say friend Erick because we've kind of over the course have gained a different connection outside of the ring. And now, if Mr. Drinkwater won't do a welfare check on the animals, could you please just call animal control and check on because I'm very concerned.
I'll make a
friend
phone
Erick.
call.
You know what it is?
It's gonna be an hour and a
Kincaid,
half.
Kincaid, you know what it is? They're so amped up that we're on the round table with Ref Bill. They just can't control themselves, man. They're fired up.
Wait,
I'll tell you right now. I'm calling Sarah McLaughlin and the ASPCA right now to go down there and take a look. I think I'll tell you, you're building a mystery back there. I don't know what the hell's going on. So,
hey, Kulik, are they chanting slow count ref? Is that what's going on in the background?
I'm telling you know what it is. They got wind of the referee shirt, and it's just that's that they don't call him ref, they call him slow count ref. So they're just out there getting amped up. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Hey, I got a story to tell you guys real quick about the referee thing. All right.
Yeah, bring it on.
Okay, so I think I had mentioned to you that I'm very good friends with the Promise. Okay, and the Promise was nice enough back in the day. My son and I used to do the whole gig. We'd go around to Rhode Island, to Maine, to New Hampshire. We went all over the place when my son was young to see all the different shows so he could meet a bunch of the guys. Well, we met the Promise, through PvP. And he was nice enough to invite us to the gym. Well, he invited us one time. He had a session going on with, can't think of who was running it, but it was one of the older school talents that was in, as a special guest. And they were right in the middle of doing drills. So they were doing I think if you guys have heard 3-minute matches at these. All right. So at these 3-minute matches, it's just, I just do it automatically. So they're in the middle of right in the middle of their match, and the ref drops down and he counts 1, he counts 2, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a slow count, ref, and everybody just stopped.
Oh,
I was like, and then the Promise comes over. He goes, Jimmy, you can't do that. And he's cracking up underneath this. It's a different world, man. I said, "Oh, sorry, won't do it again. My bad."
yeah. It's definitely interesting. Yep.
Les Thatcher, that's who it was there that day.
Oh, Les Thatcher. Yeah. Wow. That's a name.
That was cool.
He signed my U.S. title belt, Les Thatcher.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know what though? It's great when you hear those old names, because those guys were just amazing. Everything that they had to do to put the shows on and get themselves ready to go, just truly amazing. And what they put their bodies through,
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I mean, total respect to the guys and the gals from way back when till now. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, and the referees too. I mean, you're talking. I've never seen a guy who took so many bumps as Earl Hebner. And that's a question I had for you, Ref Bill. Ref Bill, real quick. Now, I've watched, the Montreal Screwjob a million different times with a million different versions. Would you have done what Hebner did? Would you have done the same thing if you had to?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. No, I'm serious. The Montreal Screwjob. Think about it. Think about it. You go back in your referee, all your fan days. Go back in time. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, would you have done the same thing that Earl Hebner did? Would you have made that 3 count?
I would have done what was appropriate in the ring. I would have counted 3. If it was 3, if it was 2, I would have counted 2. If he said I quit, I would say he quit. I would follow the law in the ring.
Okay. Just curious. I figured because you're such a man of character and you're so nice to people. I figured, you're so pleasant to talk to. To start calling you grouchy pants.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm there?
Of course. I just have to give it back to you a little bit.
Referees out there.
That's it. Hey, that's the new Grumpy Pants right there, baby. So we head to the next show.
Hey, you can't replace Chris Cannon. Chris Cannon is the -- grouchy pants.
Hey, listen. I wouldn't screw around with Chris Canyon.
That's Chris Canyon.
He's an up and comer.
Yeah, it's not Chris Canyon. Okay, it's just up right there.
Listen, could you just work on the sound quality of this crappy show?
Jeez. Man, you got to eat some more oatmeal or something, bro.
I'll tell you what, right now, if Mark Haggerty was running this program, it'd be a lot better, the sound quality, and we wouldn't be doing this from someone's backyard in the woods.
Hey, there it is, Captain Squawk-a-Lot. There you go, baby. Oh, baby. Captain Squawk-a-Lot. There it is.
I can't wait to try to chant that at a show. Captain Squawk-a-Lot. It doesn't have a ring, but I am going to so do it. That's going to be a blast.
Just call him Squawk-a-Lot. There it is.
That's it. You could call me Sir Squawk-a-Lot.
I like that. Sir Squawk-a-Lot. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey, Don, I have a question for you. Recently, have you had any injuries like your shins or anything with that going on?
I've been healing up very nicely and nothing has come near my legs at all. They're looking beautiful.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
No, I just asking. Be careful.
There's some scarring. There's scarring, though. I want to let you know that.
What? Ref Bill opened you up? Are you serious?
Dude, every single show, he kicks me. He hits me with kendo sticks. He hits me with steel chair. Every single show. Yeah, not only that. Check this out, Kulik. Not only that, if he misses me for some odd reason, my dad will say, "Hey, Ref Bill, you forgot to kick my son."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Pops.
That's bullshit. That's not awesome. That's bullshit.
That is awesome.
I love your dad. I love your dad. I love Pops.
That is awesome.
I actually like him better than I like you, Don. But that's
I know.
So.
I know. That's okay. That's okay. That's why I bring him to buffer zone. It is what it is. But not that it works because I still get my shins all tanked up. But we still have a blast at the shows. And you know what? And I know I've said this before on interviews. I know fans sometimes cross a line. I never try to cross that line, if you will, because there's an imaginary line, and you can really step over that in a second. And I might have stepped over that a couple times over the course of my, couple years or so, but not too much, I hope. And the times that we have, I will never, ever in a million, 1,000, 1,000,000,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000 years ever take them back, because you know what? Those are the memories we drive home with, Ref Bill. When me and Dad, those are some of the memories that we drive home with. We're talking about. It's not just the matches. It's that time that we chanted Blue Shoes and she got in the ring and gave us a funky look. It's when Ref Bill came by and whipped me with a kendo stick for no apparent reason whatsoever. It's those fun times, though.
There's no evidence of that. And you should be careful when you're running around with your half-crocked running around the ring, taking pictures, yelling, "I'm Don Kincaid. It's the Kincaid Files." Nobody knows who you are, Don.
Kincaid Files for life, stirring the pot for life, Roundtable for life. You should know that, Squawk-a-Lot. You should know that.
Yes. Squawk-a-Lot. I fucking love that. Oh, my God. That's amazing.
And it's just as funny because you got John Cruels over here. I don't even know who he is.
Hey. You know what there, Zebra Man? Keep talking.
I'm liking this. I'm liking the lottery kid a lot more right now.
Hey, you know what? No, that's called Lotto in chat, mister. Lotto in chat. Have some respect for Lotto in chat.
Lotto, I'll be honest with you. I look forward to seeing that kid every week when he puts it up there. I'm like, you know what? Give him a like. He just spent $7,000 and won $2 back. Great investment.
One off.
Hey,
One off,
hey,
like, one off every. Hold the phone. You got to hold the phone.
Kincaid, you know what I say to that, right? You know what I say to that, Kincaid? Zippity doodah.
Man, we are going to have some fun when we get back to that ring. Holy cow, I cannot wait. I know all of us can't wait. Man, woman, child, adult, it doesn't matter. Referee, ring announcer, worker, fan, we all are just so waiting for wrestling to come back. So May 9th, just putting it out there. I'm not sure if it's going to be Facebook Live. That's what I'm hearing through the grapevine.
No. You got to have social distancing at that event, Kincaid. I'm there. You name the time and the place, and I'm there.
Wait, you say no? You say social distancing, and now you want to come? You can't say that in the same sentence, my friend.
Yes, you can. You know why? Because we will be good. We will be well behaved. But it's at the Kincaid camp. I can't believe this.
It's going to be Facebook Live from what I'm to understand.
You gotta have fans, man. You got to.
So, hey, this is a weird time. You and you're harmfully treated.
He's putting a mask on.
I'll put a mask on. I'll show up in a spacesuit, man. It's freaking wrestling. We're can't take it anymore, man.
I can't put the invites out there. It can only be what's gonna happen. You see, Bill has been in some. He's been in a straight. I believe been in a straight fight and a no DQ with for the IC championship. There is not a fan to be seen. He knows just as well as I do. We can't have that.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Kincaid, you're getting amped up. I can feel it. The adrenaline's pumping. You know what it's because you got Squawk a lot on there. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. You got Brian Crockett over here. What's his name again? I'm sorry. Jim Crockett.
You squawking again, Squawk? I'm sorry.
Sounds like a teacher from Charlie Brown.
Oh,
is that the lottery kid again? Listen, I got $10,000. I got $10,000. I just played a ticket. I won 50 cents.
Oh my God! You guys.
A wise man once said, "Don't throw rocks at a man with a loaded machine gun."
No. Ow.
No. See, don't quote people if you don't get the quote right.
What is it?
He said just it's a man with a machine gun, not a loaded machine gun. He's trying to talk about Roddy Piper. Come on, Squad. Damn it.
You guys have been an absolute blast today. It's been a beautiful day out. Ref Bill's complaining that I'm out in the woods. Hey, F it. I'm outside. We had a blast today. I cannot thank you guys enough for sitting down, talking some wrestling. We got to have a lot of fun. Ref Bill came in as a surprise guest. That was so much fun. I hate to admit it, my friend. Thank you so much for spending the time putting on the Beaver shirt.
Hey, listen, no, in all seriousness, first and foremost, I want to just thank you, Don, for having me on here. It's always a very humbling experience. I thoroughly enjoy these, and I like to have a lot of fun with you guys. Just for me personally, I could say is that all of you, just the time, the hellos, the nice job, hey, slow count, you suck, you screwed up. Everything else that you say all means an awful lot to us. Me particularly, I'm always, and again, Don and I have had conversations. I'm always very humbled by anything you guys say. We do. I think you have gotten an idea, but you never truly know how much we really do miss seeing you folks. But you should know is that people are out there, from referees to promoters to talent, wrestlers, male, female. We're all out there right now working as hard as we can to try and make sure that when we come back, because we will be back, that we come back, that we're, bigger, better, stronger, safer, so that you guys can have a great experience. So just keep it out there. We love you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I love every single one of you. Just stay safe. That's all we could ask for. I know there's a lot of stuff going on out there, but just stay safe. People are doing what we can to get content out. I know you guys have seen the PAPW stuff. We're trying anything we can, being safe, but to get you out something so that you still see that we're trying to say we care about people. It's not all about the money. It's not all about making merchandise and stuff, although that helps. But we want to make sure that you guys understand that we're trying really hard. So from the bottom of my heart, we love you all. If you want to jump on Zebra Talk tonight and chime in on that, that's fine. But that's just another way we're trying to stay connected with you. So much love and respect to you all. To you, Don, love you and your family. To you guys, everybody here, Juicy, absolutely miss being in the ring with you. To Lottery Guy, I'm sure you're going to hit it big one day.
Lottery Guy, I
I'm
love
planning
it.
on it. I'm planning on it.
What a whole package of beautiful words from Ref Bill to kind of bring us at the tail end of this amazing time that we had on Stir in the Pot. It was almost like an acceptance speech for the Oscar award. That was beautiful. That was just gorgeous. Now, again, thank you so much to everybody. I cannot thank you for spending some time. Next week, we're not going to do a Saturday because, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday is May 9th. Am I correct on saying that, right?
May
It is.
9th. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to be in the middle of blood and guts and craziness. So we're going to make this next fan roundtable. We're going to make it the next Sunday. So a week from today, we're going to do another one, maybe around the same time. I'm going to need a little few hours to recoup from the day before, from the whole thing at the Wasteland. And then we'll get to do some updates and talk about the Wasteland whole thing. So that should be fun. Again, thank you guys so much. I want to thank Ref Bill. I want to thank Big Juicy. The juice is loose. Go check her stuff out. Go buy her stuff. I want to thank Jim Kulik. Thank you so much. I'm still very concerned about your
They're
children.
okay.
Somebody's got to do a wellness check. Son of a
Mikey,
bitch.
can you?
I'll do it. I'll go do
Mikey,
it.
can you seriously hear them?
Thank
I
you.
know.
Mikey, can you seriously hear them?
I'm all the way down the street. I can hear him.
You can probably hear them.
What do you?
Hey.
Are you sure? Hey, are you sure Michael Vick's not over there? I mean,
He's driving with Sarah McLaughlin there right now.
Don Kincaid, I got one question to ask you before this is done. And just throwing this out there, all right? You guys know I'm a mobile DJ, okay? And I'm looking into trying to figure out a way, like through the unemployment, because I guess right now that I know a lot of all the guys and the gals are self-employed, and they should be able to collect. If they're not able to collect, you guys should look into that, because I know that self-employed people are able to put in claims now because of this awful virus we're going through. So I'm looking into it. And we'll see what happens,
That's actually a good point because you are your own contractor, if you will. So that's not a bad thing to look into if wrestling is your only livelihood. So it's a good point by Mr. Kulik. A nice little nugget, an Easter egg, if you will, dropped in at the tail end. Mr. Drinkwater, I want to thank you for hanging out, talking to us about the referee experience. Please, find the footage of you getting your mush kicked in. We've got to see that for real. Donovan, that was very nice of you to join us. And I give Dad and Mom our respects. We didn't get you undressed this time. And for the future, we won't. We'll keep you all closed up and stuff. Ref Bill, you should have been here last week. Holy crap.
No, I don't think I want to.
Thank you so much for spending the time with us today. I appreciate my man. Friend Erick, I always enjoy your time. Thank you for spending some time with us, hanging out with the whole fan roundtable. I wouldn't do it without you, my friend. You've been an inspiration for the roundtable. You just don't know it. I might say thank you a lot, but through the whole combination of the Stir in the Pots, man, my man Erick has been like right there giving me suggestions, kind of helping me out with ideas and stuff. And I thank you so much for all of that stuff.
EH for life, baby. EH for life.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, can I put this out real quick? Erick,
Yeah.
this goes to you. I want to say this, Erick. The video you put out during this past week, I want to thank you for doing that. That was
me too,
so
bro.
awesome, and I appreciate the words you had to say. Thank you for what you said, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
If you guys go on my page or on Mikey's page, make sure you share that, man. I've shared it 2 or 3 times already for people because it's just
Much
it
appreciated.
has to be said. And this is one of the best guys in the world right there, man.
It
Unbelievable.
was straight from the heart and from my
Definitely.
mind.
Friend Eric?
And Don, you know, I appreciate you thanking me, but you know, it's just another way for me to have fun with this wrestling. You and me chit-chatting whenever, whatever. You know how much I love wrestling, and it's just another way for me to get it out. And you know, I just love doing this. You and us chatting about wrestling. Let's do it. I'd do it daily if we could, but let's not get crazy.
Stir the pot, baby! Woo!
I don't think Ref Bill wants to see our faces every single day, and vice versa.
He didn't
So,
want
I
to
mean,
see
it
it
is what
today.
it is.
Shit, I don't even want to see my face every day.
Hey, this is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid, and thank you so much to my very special guests, Ref Bill, Big Juicy, The Woo, Jim Kulik, Mike Drinkwater, friend Erick, and Donovan. Please relay a message to your parents. We respected their wishes. You were on the best behavior tonight. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us on the Fan
Bye, guys.
Roundtable.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.